G'day everybody, Steve from Mud Ducks 4 Drive Touring. Hope everybody's well in this COVID situation. I'm just trying to get the glare out of my eyes a little bit there, sorry about that. Anyway, today I'm shooting a video on a new set of LED headlight replacements again. This one's in the Ranger. I bought these myself from Stedi Lighting, and we're going to give them a run. We're going to fit them and see how they go. I've had halogens in the truck for a little while now, and they've been annoying the crap out of me. So I thought I've done different brands, so why not do some Stedi lights? So here we go, have a squeeze at them. These are a set of H7s. Trying to get that glare out the shot, guys, sorry. There you go, copper head LEDs. So it's not really meant to be an unboxing video this, guys, but anyway, we'll give you a quick look at what's in there. One-handed, of course. Here's the LEDs themselves. Straight out replacement. They fit straight into where their normal one goes. They've got a big braided heatsink instead of a fan like some of the others. The LED driver down in there, and a straight fit globe. Now these are replace an H7 light in the Ranger, so they just plug and play theoretically. See how they're supposed to be. So it's literally a matter of just putting them in, plugging them in, the way you go. Now, reading the information on the Stedi lights, their CAN bus system is already built into them, so there should be nothing needed in the world of CAN bus correction. So we will find that out when we get it done. And of course they won't stay still, will they? They just fall over. Anyhow, that's a very quick intro as to what we're up to. Now, we're not going to fit them today because I haven't shot the night stuff as yet, so I'll take the car out tonight and give you a look at the halogen performance this evening in the dark. So then we'll be able to install them tomorrow. That sun is really bright, guys. I probably look like crap, don't I? Anyway, we'll be able to install them tomorrow, and I'll shoot that, and then we'll take it out again tomorrow night and have a look at them in the dark. So hopefully this is of some use to you guys. Take it easy and we'll see you soon. Well, good evening. We're going out for the drive at night now to show you what the halogens look like. Not long left home, so I'll go through a few back streets and then duck down to an area I like to test my lights at, that you may have seen before. I won't go out for too long tonight because you've got to have a reason why you go out at the present, don't you? But anyway, my reason is I'm filming a video, so hopefully that's good enough. Anyway, we're out here. So that's the standard halogen lighting that is fitted to the Ranger. Now this Ranger, if you haven't seen my previous videos, is it's an MY17, but it's a 2016 build date. Ford Ranger XLS PX2. None of that really matters for what we're doing, but this model comes out with the halogen lights. I think XLTs or Wild Tracks came out with a better lighting system, but this only has the standard halogen globe, so nothing exciting. For those who are wondering, it takes H7 halogen globes. So has separate low beam and high beam. The high beams I changed to LED a while ago. I've actually had LED lighting fitted in this car before, but after a period of time they've died, so I have them out, obviously, and I have the halogens in. So it's time to try another set. So I think I mentioned on the intro, the set I'm going to put in tomorrow are a set of Stedi LEDs, and they're a direct replacement, fitment upgrade from your halogen standard light. So plug and play, literally should be all there is to it. Now we're out on the dam wall where I've taken you before. So that's the standard low beam doing its thing. So nothing too remarkable in that. I don't think there's a lot of point in showing you too much high beam, but I'll give you a quick look. That's a high beam with the LED high beams. They're not all that exciting really, are they? But anyway, hence the requirement to do a low beam upgrade. And of course with the spotties, yeah, plenty. But we're not here for those two elements. We're here for low beam because we do most of our driving on low beam realistically. Alright, I don't believe I need to show you much more of this. I'll take you into the darker, less road orientated environment in a minute. I'll give you a squiz of that. So I'll talk to you guys. For you, it'll be in a second. For me, it'll be in about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm just driving into the usual testing area where I like to do my bits and pieces. So I'll show you the sign I usually show you, and give you a look at what the low beam's like from there. I'll take you for a run down the grassy bit, and then we'll go home again. That will pretty well show you what low beam's like on this thing, and my opinion of low beam on this truck is it's pretty crap, pretty dismal really. Right, now that is where I always stop on low beam. Now that sign there, I think you can just see it. I don't know for sure, but I think you can. It's actually probably better in my eyesight than it is from what you guys can see on the camera. I can see it reflecting back at me a bit, but I'm not sure if you guys can. There's some traffic passing over the top, but I'll show you where it is with a quick high beam flash as soon as those cars over the top go. I don't really want to high beam them. Anyway, this is where I always park. That's at the sign. That's where the sign is. You can see it reflecting there. Okay, we'll go for this little drive down through the grassy bit. Now this low beam is that crappy that I'm not game really to drive too fast. I'd be battling to be doing 40 on this bit because there's no street lighting. Obviously with the street lighting and stuff you can see a lot better, but yeah, when there's no street lighting it is fairly dismal. I'll take you down my favourite bit of dirt here. It's not a 4-drive track in any way, guys. Oh, I didn't even find the track. There you go, that shows you how dull the lighting is. I missed the track. There, I'm on it now. So I'll take you a quick run through here. Grass is still longish. Hopefully they don't mow it tomorrow before I get all these lights changed over and give you another look at it tomorrow night, because otherwise it'll look completely different. But anyway, is what it is. Now, I've mentioned it before, if you were driving along of a night off-road, there'd be a good chance you'd want to be using high beam rather than low beam. But we're only changing the low beam lights, as I mentioned to you already, so I'm only showing you the low beams tonight. Now, I'm finding it difficult to really see where the few little ruts are, where the shadows are. It's not good. Being a halogen, it's a bit yellow. it's just not a great light. So I'm even feeling a bit brave just making this turn. Now I've done this turn before, but it's been a little while, so you sort of wonder whether that's a good idea. But anyhow, well, I'm pretty sure you're getting my perspective here when you go, God, that's crap, those lights, because they are. This is what happens with the factory halogen lighting. It's no wonder so many cars now are coming out with LEDs. I wonder when vehicle manufacturers are going to fully embrace LED technology and just put LED headlights in everything as standard. Halogen globes, I don't know guys, I think they've seen their day. Anyhow, for the time being, halogens are a fact of life and we have to put up with them. But I'm hoping that when I get these Stedi LEDs in tomorrow, that'll make a big difference to what we're doing. Alright, that's probably all I have to show you from here. I'm getting back towards the tarred bit. So I'll go and give you a look at what these look like from outside. And we'll wrap up the factory testing section of the evening. Okay, I'm outside next to the lights. That's at light level. So the audio may be a little bit softer than I'd like it to be because the microphone's facing away from me. So I'll keep the camera a bit closer to my head and hopefully that'll do it. Now, I won't do the walk out too far because I really honestly think you're not going to get a lot of benefit out of it. So I'm probably, I don't know, 20 metres away from the lighting at the present, and as you can see it's pretty dark out in front of me already. So I'll turn it back around and give you a look back towards the car. So that's it, that's low beam from the front. Now honestly I think the LED parkers and LED, well both lots of LED parkers realistically are brighter. So not really exciting that, is it? Anyhow, that's what we're here for, to test these things. Now I'm possibly a bit brighter, I'm a bit louder now maybe. Alright, so that's low beam tested in the dark. So tomorrow will be the fitting of the new Stedi LED H7 replacements, LED upgrades. So they got to be better than these bloody candles, eh? Now I'll get close to you, give it another look from headlight height. Now they look a lot brighter on the camera to me than they do me just looking at them. Hopefully it will all look way better on the camera tomorrow. Alright guys, that'll do me for now. We'll see you very soon. Cheers. Well, after this jet aircraft goes, you might have more hope of hearing me. Anyway, we're going to have a go at doing the install on these lights. Now I'm going to start on this side because this side's the easy side. So I'll give you a look at that when I get into it. Alright, now I've got that sorted, or sorted. We undo the dust cap on the light, which is always harder than it should be. I guess it's not much of a dust cap if it's easy, I suppose. But I could never get these bloody things off. So this is a bit of a dull video, guys. Should just turn and come straight out. But it doesn't want to do that, does it? Do you reckon I can work out why? No. Got me baffled. Plain screwdriver, which I have. See, this will help. There you go. Because it's that bloody tight that I couldn't pull it out by hand. I really don't know how much of that you can see. Just undone the clip. And there's the globe. Straight out. Let me grab one of these fellas. Pretty sure it doesn't matter which one. In fact, I know it's not going to matter which one. I'm going to plug that in. Now, logical thing would be to test to make sure it works, wouldn't it? So, just going to sit it there, and crank stuff up here in the car. CAN bus systems. Don't turn ignition on, you're probably not going to get headlights. Looks like light from the LED there. So I'll go about trying to install this and tucking it all back in. Now, I reckon it would have been a good thing if I'd paid attention as to which way that sat in there. But I didn't. So rather than keep you looking at my head doing this, I'm just going to find the clipping and get it in there, and we'll go from that, and I'll show you it in a minute. Okay, well, I found the correct alignment. As you can see, if you can see through there, looking through the lens, the globe is in the right position. Not sure how well you can see that. That's the heat sink hanging out, but that'll all tuck back in. But before I do that, I'm going to fire it back up and give you a look at what that looks like from in front. There we go. Got lighting on now. CAN bus. It does strange things. Now that looks like a much nicer, brighter, whiter light than this yellow looking thing here. Now I went for that one first because that's the easy one. The other side, I've basically got to pull the battery. So I'll pack this one up and tuck it away as much as possible. We'll get on to the other side. Okay, I've probably mentioned this before, but if I haven't, what I like to do when I disconnect the battery before I remove it is I put an hockey strap around the terminals and major leads to get them out the way, so when you lift the battery out it's not in the way. Now, unfortunately some of the plugs have to stay close, but at least you won't drop leads in positions where you can't find them. So I just get an hockey strap, just strap them on, not too tight so it doesn't over pull your leads, and that makes it easier when you take the battery out. So just a tip in case I haven't mentioned it before. If I have, just a reminder. Now we'll get to pulling this battery out. Alright, well over the course of this little installation the weather has changed. It's starting to rain. Anyway, we got the bulk of it done. Lights in position, fitted. I've refitted the battery. I wanted to get that done before the rain started coming down on me. So you guys are going to witness this at the same time as me. Just getting my phone out the way. It is raining, as I said. Alright, we'll go and turn some stuff on and see how we go. Right, we've got headlights on the right hand side, so we'll know in a second. Looks like we've got headlights on the left hand side. Yes, we do. That's always a challenge, guys, because the battery's got to go back in before you can test it. So you've got to hope that you got the plug in the right way. Now with these H7s, you really don't know. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank the truck up, because I really don't like having lights on without the engine running. So it starts, that's a good thing. Right, so that again is your low beam. Now there's no doubt in my mind that that looks better than the high beam. Not the high beam, then the halogens. Right, so that's what it looks like from the front on low beam. Now I'll flick the spotties off. We'll go to high beam. Now I've never been overly excited with the high beam on this. It looks cool from the front. As you can see, it's all lit up. I turned the spotties off because you don't need to see those. But realistically, you don't often use high beam without your spotlights, do you? So I'm not too worried if high beam's any good or not. The spotties certainly are. So don't think I need to tell you too much about what that looks like. I'll actually come over here to further in the shed. You can see them. Anyway, the point is, the low beam is now done. The engine's running, so that's a good thing. So all that remains is for me to take it out in the dark and give you a look at that. As I said, I didn't show you the whole pulling out and reinstall of the battery, because you know, you should have a rough idea how to do it. But if you don't, on a Ranger, there's one bolt down there that you probably can't see. That bolt loosens off. It's a 15mm. Take the bracket out, the whole battery will come forward towards the grill, and just lift it up and just remove all your cables and plugs and stuff. Alright, that'll do for this bit. The next bit will be me showing you what it's all like in the darkness. So we'll see you then. Going out for our nighttime testing. Not long left home. So we've installed the LEDs. I've given them a preliminary headlight adjustment. I think they're pretty right. And I did do a realignment on the lights to get them right. I think I've said this before, but I'm fairly confident that where people make the big mistake with fitting LED headlight replacements into their cars is they don't readjust the headlights. Now I know the new LEDs are meant to be straight replacements for the halogen globes, but this is my theory on it. My theory is fairly simple. The LED light is more intense and brighter, and therefore it's going to put out more lumens of light than what your halogen globe will. Now, hitting that reflector with more intensity and just generally more light, it's going to push it out more than what the globe it was designed for did. So that's going to put the beam into places where it wasn't necessarily meant to be. So my theory is, if you readjust that beam and put it back where it's meant to be, then there's no problem. I'm pretty sure that's what I've managed with these, but I honestly don't think you should ever do an LED headlight replacement and think you can get away without readjusting your lights, because simply I think you have to readjust your headlights. Now I've reset these. They look pretty good to me. I'm fairly confident that that they're not going to bother anybody. They look like they're not heading too far up the road. They're lighting up the road nicely. There's no doubt that they're brighter than the halogens. I'm getting good reflection back off the road signs, but not overwhelmingly bright. That would tend to happen more on high beam than low beam. But they're looking pretty good to me. So we'll go back to where I always do my testing position on the darker section of road. I'll give you a look at them there. Right, this is the usual stopping position. Now there's plenty of light coming back off that sign. I could probably read it if I had better eyesight, but I don't, so it is what it is. Now obviously if I crank up high beam you'll see it for sure, but that's not the point of this test now, is it? Alright, we'll do the drive down to the usual bit. Now on the halogens I was getting a bit worried if we went to go over 40 along here, but with these I got reasonable field of vision. Now I don't know if I want to do much more than 50, only because it's so dark in the surrounding area, but certainly 40 was no issue. There's enough light on the ground here that I can see my way onto the track quite easily. If you recall, on the halogens I actually nearly didn't find the track first go. Anyway, I'm on it now. As we've said before, if you're out four-wheel driving in the dark, you'd probably be using all your lighting, not just your low beam, even in a convoy. But this is for the purpose of demonstration as to how well this track's lit up now that we've got the Stedi LEDs in here. Now I'm quite happy with that. I can see quite well down there. So making the road nice and clear and bright and easy to see. So if you had to do your four-wheel driving of a night without all your spotties and your high beams on, I think you could. But I doubt whether there's anybody out there at all that would do that. Surely you'd use all your lighting you've got. Now this is the part that tests me out the most. On the halogens you can hardly see down here when you go to do your turnaround, and it made it quite difficult trying to negotiate this turn, and very difficult to see where the track was to go back out. Whereas with these I've had no trouble at all seeing where I have to go. My way back onto the track quite easily. And as I've said, obviously, I know I'm saying it again guys, I'm sorry about this, but if you're out here four-wheel driving, or not here, but if you're out four-wheel driving anywhere if it's dark, with or without your mates, you wouldn't be driving around on low beam, would you? You make the most advantage, most use of every bit of lighting you can have. But certainly as a low beam goes, if you didn't want to hit your mate's mirrors up too much, you'd be pretty safe with these for sure. Now I'm sure when we go back and look at the other bit of footage, which I'll probably have going as a side by side, so I'm probably just talking to myself, that when we compare these directly, I'm sure you'll agree that the LED is a far better light for what we've just done. Alright, we'll go back up here to where I always point back at the sign again, and we'll do the external video again. But certainly I'm very happy with those. They're a lot better than the halogens were, for sure. So much so that I'm driving along here quite quickly. Anyway, I'll do that turn around and we'll show you that next bit. I'll tell you what though, I really think I should invest in some good reversing lights. Now, having tried to do the reverse here the other day, I discovered I couldn't bloody see anything, so reversing lights is a mod that's coming up in a not too distant future. Now, back at the favourite spot, so we'll do all the external stuff and we'll see you then. Okay, we're out here in the dark again. I'm down here next to the lights, and I think they're definitely shining up a lot better. We'll go for the walk away from the truck again, and I'll give you a look back at them. Actually, I'll give you a look back at them while I'm talking to you. So, heading away, they look quite bright to me. There's certainly plenty of light on the ground behind me. I haven't stood out in front of it from any distance to look at these yet, but I'm probably, I don't know, 30, 35 metres away, a lot closer to that sign than I was with the halogens on. So I'll look back at them. They look pretty good, don't they? So I think that's a success. Now the left one from here, you would say looks like it's flaring, but it really isn't. I don't know how it's looking on camera, but it's actually not. When you're driving, it's not putting beams out anywhere it shouldn't be, so I don't think it's flaring at all. It just looks like it on camera for some reason. You have to trust me, but anyway, they to me are a hell of a lot better. They're reflecting nicely. I think they look great. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's a successful test. So, realistically, in my mind, they are way better than the halogens. Now, it's a bit cold out here tonight, so I'm not staying here for much longer, but I think they're bloody good. So, anyway, hopefully this has been of some use to you. If you like these kind of videos, or all the videos I do, frankly, put a like on it. It really helps out the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're an old hand, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, and we'll see you on the next one. All the best, guys. Cheers.